Coach, just how has Mark Pope put his stamp on Kentucky? How are they most different from what they have been since the years since you've been here?
Yeah, I mean, just they're super talented. Obviously, they're older this year. They're older, which is different from the last regime. Obviously, when Cal was there, because they got some good transfers in. But they're fun to watch. They're innovative. They space the floor, shoot a lot of threes. They get up and down, play pretty good pace. So he's doing a great job, man. I think Coach Pope, I got a lot of respect for him. I remember watching his teams at Utah Valley, and he did a good job there. And obviously, he's climbed the ladder, and now he's at Kentucky, which is his former school, where he's doing a really good job of getting those guys to play pretty hard for him. And I don't think any other coach that came into that situation would understand this rivalry more than Mark Pope does.
How pleased are you with the way y'all responded defensively from kind of a rough game at Vanderbilt, a pretty dominant week?
I thought it was great, and I think the guys, they put their hard hats on and really locked in and focused, and they knew we had a game where we left a lot of meat on the bone and didn't compete the way we probably should have against Vandy. And I thought that they responded in a high-level way, obviously with two teams that were, in the top 20 in offense in the country. And we did a good job of limiting their opportunities and, taking away the threes and making it tough for them. So I was proud of the guys, honestly. I thought we had a really strong week last week.
What do you need to do to get Igor kind of back that offensive consistency he had earlier this season?
Yeah, honestly, with Igor, we just got to get him to understand taking the right shots, understanding where to pick his spots. And honestly, as a staff and especially with his teammates for sure, we just got to push him to stay aggressive because we need him. We need him, bottom line. I think anytime you see games where we don't score the ball as well or as effective, I think you look back and you say, okay, what did Chaz Lanier, what did Jordan Gainey, and what did Igor Milicic do offensively? And I think that if we scored the ball well, all three of those guys had pretty good nights. If we don't score the ball well, one or two of those guys didn't have the greatest night. So that's something important for us. We got to keep those guys going in the right direction offensively.
How much of Igor's shooting roles are a mental thing versus a shooting form thing or like physical thing, I guess?
Yeah, honestly, I think that's a player-specific question because only a player knows when it comes to the shooting. You got to have confidence when shooting the basketball. And a lot of times that comes from within. He puts in a lot of work when it comes to shooting the basketball. And honestly, with some of his misses, when you see it come off his hands, it looks like it's going in, right? So, it's a little bit of bad luck when it comes to that. But, as a player, like I think about, when I was a player, it just came from you have to get confidence in your reps and your preparation. So you could be missing shots. That just means that, when you're out of practice or after practice, when you're getting your individual work in, you just got to shoot more and build back your touch and your confidence from that. And Igor be fine.
Coach, I know you don't want to look past tomorrow night, but big picture with the SEC in mind, how important are these two games this week here at home?
Yeah, they're huge. Honestly, every home game you get is huge in this league because I think Bruce Pearl said it the other night. It's hard for anybody to win on the road in this league. I guess it's hard to win road. It's hard to win road games in general, but then you try to win road games in the SEC, and it's just hard. It's tough. We got great environments in this league. We got great coaches in this league. You have guys that take a lot of pride in playing at home in this league. And, some of these home courts are different than they've been in the past due to whether it's new coaches or a new spark in the program, whatever the case may be. So it's hard to win on the road. So when you have home games, you got to take care of your home floor. You got to handle it. You got to use the energy that you get from your crowds to your advantage. So, that's our focus is just to try to come out and play good ball. Happy that, we don't have to pack our bags for the next 3 games. So we're excited about that.
You mentioned spacing in threes. What is it that Kentucky does so well? Is it just that or is it more than that?
I think they spread you out offensively. They play with a wide floor. Have a lot of DHOs going on the side, guys flying off of zoom actions, as we like to call them. With teams that spread you out and shoot a lot of threes, they're playing 5 out a lot. It keeps you from being in gaps. It keeps you from, being on what we call it the white line, but on the mid line. It keeps you from being able to help because you have to get overextended from guarding guys that like to shoot a lot of threes, and they always keep at least 4 guys on the floor that shoot a ton of threes. So that makes it tough to prepare for them. You know, it makes you have to have a little bit more urgency when it comes to your closeout game and helping the helper with guys when they drive the basketball. But you know, we played teams like this in the past. Honestly, it's different. They're different teams, but like we prepared for Alabama that does some of the similar things as them over the years. So it's not anything that we're nervous and don't feel like we can guard them. We feel like we can still put our best foot forward and be good defensively. It's just a matter of understanding tendencies and understanding some of the actions they really like to get to.
How important is Igor, maybe to a lesser extent D-Stone, shooting the ball with confidence for y'all to have adequate spacing and opening up other stuff on the floor?
They both are really important, because we've had conversations with both of them. We need them to produce in the 4 spot because they give us just a different punch and a different look offensively. When you have 4 guys that can stretch you out and shoot the basketball and guys that can put it on the floor and make decisions, you got to be able to use that to your advantage. And honestly, if you look at basketball over the last few years, the 4 spot is a pivotal position because usually when you can get a guy with size that can dribble, pass, and shoot, it makes everything more effective because how many 4 men are picking up full court? There's a lot of guys at the 1, 2, and 3 spots that do, but when it comes to the 4 spot, that doesn't happen a ton. So it's times when we like to throw the ball at the top to Igor and Stone and kind of let them facilitate and handle the offense and make decisions. But they know they got to get better. They've got to get better at handling that responsibility. They got to get better at producing on a consistent basis, and that's going to come from them putting in extra work and continue to get better and understand the game. And it's going to come from us as a coaching staff to continue to push them to do that and have confidence in them to make those plays.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Rod.
Thank you, Rod.
Thank you, guys.